to discuss reduce operator from Kotlin standard library. For that I need two different collections. So okay, I have one collection which is persons, and basically we are getting this information. I always have some kind 10% data in this. So person is a collection of list of person. Then I'm also creating a list of integers, and I'm updating this by, so now I also have a list of data, so we can see what it looks like. So this is our list. Now what is reduce operator? So basically reduce, from its name it's also telling us, okay, I will do a reducing of something. And you can understand in a way, I have many elements, and in the end my expectation is result should be one, but the data type is same. Reduce you can use only with the one data type. So for example, what I'm saying, list dot reduce, and it is asking for me to the operation. So basically, for example, I want to do a sum, so I will say accumulator plus I, so it will do a sum for me, so 45. And to understand more, I think we can create a lambda. So I'm saying, okay, you will have two integers, and then after you need to return an integer, and then you have accumulator I. So basically in this case, this will be accumulator, this will be my list information. Like first time it will be 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and this integer basically what we are returning from here. So first time it will be 0 plus 0 0, then 1 1 plus 2 3 3 plus next, like this. And then I can change this to operation, so still same. Now you can say, okay, why I should use this reduce? In this case, why not use the sum? So in this case, yes, I agree with you, you can go with the sum or a reduce, it's only an example, but you have some opportunity in case of a reduce. I can play here, like for example, we only want to sum of even numbers. In that case, I can say, okay, when I means the data which is coming from my collection, if it's even, then do this, else only do return accumulator, no operations required. And now you will see the data is only for the evens, so it means 0 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. And also now what I can do to make this back, I'm moving into the direct use of a function. So this is a reduce function. The condition, the most important part, never use reduce on an empty list, that will crash. Like for example, if I try to say empty list integer dot reduce, it will crash. Because it will never work with the empty, so you need to take care of this thing. Now is it only one use case of this? No, there are many use cases where you can use. For example, in case of a persons, I want to get all the names from this, so I can say, okay, map it dot name, then dot reduce, and now what is my function? Accumulation name, and then what you need to do, only append these, and then in the end there will be only one string, a whole string, which is this. Maybe I can put, so now we have all the names. In the same way, you can use on many other places. Now we can discuss how to refactor your existing code, like what are the tips where we can figure it out. So for example, if you have some kind of a function ABC where you have a list of, for example, in this case integer, and you are returning integer. So in this case, I have a feeling there is a good chance you can use reduce, because we know reduce you can apply a list, and then in the end you are returning one. So the same, many elements to one element, in between you have some kind of a logic, and the data type is same. So for example, you have some kind of a data type, maybe stack I'm only giving an example. So stack of person, and your result is also like stack of person. In this case, I have a feeling if you spend little bit more time, you will figure it out. Okay, this is a good use case of a reduce function. So this is one. Now what about the time complexity? So in this case, it is going to create first, uh, it's a n means number of elements in this person's list, and then it is going to reduce again is n. So it's we can say it's a n plus n. And in personally, we already discussed in a previous video about fold, and we will discuss a separate video what is the difference between a reduce and a fold. But in this case, personally, I will prefer to use fold. Like the benefit of that, I can so in this case I can return the accumulator plus person dot name, and the problem is this, I can get in the start or maybe in the end, or I can write if accumulator dot is empty, then return empty string, else do this. But now in this case I achieved n. It will run only n times. In this case we have a n plus n. So it again depends on you. Try to understand, try to think about the time and space complexity. In this case, space is also increased because we have a new array of n elements, and then we are reducing. In this case, it's only a one time, and we are only creating a one in the end, which is going to be give us a single string. Okay, then anything else we can do with the reduce? Yeah, most of the time playing with the strings, appending values, reduce, or if you ever found maybe one more example. So for example, I have list of numbers, then I'm saying okay, do filter, and now I have some, what will be a good condition here? So for example, I have a list of numbers where I am expecting if number is greater than 4, then give me the list, and then after that do a sum. So in this case, it's greater than 4 means these numbers, and but in this case I have a time complexity and space also increased, because filter will give me a new array list, and then it will run the n times, and then this sum will run the n times. Yeah, but at the at this case, at this sum, the new list maybe have half value numbers, like n plus m we can say. And I can achieve the same thing by using reduce, and my condition is if it greater than 4, sorry, not it, I is greater than 4, then accumulator plus I, else accumulator. So in this case the answer is still same, but this one is a n plus m, and this is only n. Why this is only n? Because it's only a one time one iteration which is going to be apply on this, and then this check is taking care of this. So this is a second tip. If in your code you figure it out, okay, you are using somewhere filter, and then after filter you are applying some operation to make a single value, again many elements going into the one element, but in between you are also filtering. Reduce can do that work, and it will take less time. Same if you found in your code list dot map some kind of this, then dot filter, and then maybe you are applying again some, or anything which is returning in the form of the one example. Again, this is this part is a good use case of a reduce. In this case, maybe you can apply a fold. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you in our next video. Bye.